Hi guys, welcome back again. My name is Robi Masaga and I'm glad to be doing this again with you people. And today I want us to discuss about this disturbing audio that I've just listened to, where a guy was saying how his former lecturer used to teach them that they shouldn't marry black women just because black women have a very tough, our hair texture is very hard that it can cut a man's chest at night time. And also, they shouldn't marry African women or rather black women because in Africa, we eat monkeys. The reason why I decided to share with you this story is I want to hear from these people, from Arab people. What were you told when you're growing up that about African people, about black people in general, that you don't find it to be true? Share it on the comment section. And meanwhile, let me share with you guys the audio that I've just listened to. Then tell me what you think about it. Yeah, let me know on the comment section.
In Egypt, I mean, I've explored. If I tell you, like, my own teachers have said some of the most racist stuff, like anti-black stuff I've heard in my life. Like, I'll just give you an example. I was sitting in an Azhar class, and the teacher said, Ya shabab, la tatazawwaju min Afriqa. Do not get married from Africa. I was like, huh? Okay.
Oh,
He said because if you marry an African lady, this is the most offensive, I'm not gonna swear, the most offensive stuff I've heard in my life, yeah. He said because when you get married from Africa and your African lady, her hair is so coarse and harsh, if she sleeps on your chest, her chest will cut you at nighttime. And this is a class this is a class in front of 30, 40 black kids. And some people might say something. We didn't say it. I was so in shock. I was like, huh? And she goes, Afdal lakum, it's better for you to get married from Turkey because the hair is beautiful and nice.
Oh my goodness.
Do you see? And this is Azhar.
That's jaw dropping.
This is in Azhar,
Oh, wow.
I've heard, and in a similar class as well, different teacher said, هؤلاء في أفارقة يأكلون قردة. Those in people in Africa that eat monkeys. Or you hear things like, I remember my teacher said to me, for example, something like the anti-Blackness is so it permeates so much that I don't even think they're intentional what they're saying. They don't even know they don't even know why it's offensive.
For example, my father told me all black men will leave their wives, this man will leave you. My mother told me all black people have AIDS. Like, those things are not true, first of all. Well, my father did not approve of my marriage to my husband.
And why not?
My father, because he's black.
Oh.
So there's a lot of racism in the Arab like I said, the culture. Islam says no black man is better than an Arab man. No Arab man is better than a black man. But my father and my mother were adamant against, no, he's black. No, they didn't even give him a chance. They didn't meet him. They didn't, give him an opportunity. And that hurt. But when something is wrong, it's wrong. So you got to stand up against it.
So the guy said that they were told that African people eat monkeys. Well, I've lived in Africa ever since I was born. I was born here and this is where I've spent my entire life. I have never seen anyone eating a monkey, unless there is and I don't know, yeah? But we've seen people eating frogs, we've seen people eating snakes, we've seen people eating snails, and it's not an issue. Yeah, I've never had people, saying anything bad about that particular race. But when it's Africans eating anything strange, that is where, they start using that to discriminate us. Why is that the case? Why is that the case? And even if, let's assume it's true. Maybe some people in Africa eat monkeys. Why would you discriminate the entire continent? Or why would you discriminate the entire, the entire black race just because a few people eat monkeys? Just why? Because I believe not all black people eat monkeys. If at all, there are black people who eat monkeys. So why would you use that to discriminate other black people who are so innocent? Why? Because I believe even the race that eats snakes, frogs, snails and all that, I believe it's not all of them. Yeah, and we cannot start hating on them just because they chose to eat what they like. A whole lecturer, you go to class, you teach a class full of students. Some of them are blacks. Yeah, some of them are black students. You start teaching them to discriminate on other race. Why is that the case? And one thing I know for sure is Arab people are more racist than even these people. Men in those Arab countries really mistreat Black women, especially women who come from Africa, who go there as domestic workers. Yeah, some of them say them. They even record. Yeah, and if by chance their wives find out, they end up unaliving those women. Yeah, they come back home unalived, and their families never find justice. This because to them they think that we are not humans and they should treat us the way the way they want. How is that some people don't have a conscience out there? And sometimes I ask myself, why does God create some people who have a dark heart? Just why? Why do you have to treat a fellow human being like you're treating an animal? Some of you even treat animals better than the way you treat human beings. And majority of Arab people are Muslims. You people are Muslim, and I don't want to blame this on religion, but I believe that majority of you, actually 90%, or let's just say 99% of you are Muslim. You believe in the word, but why do you have to treat human beings the way you people treat them? A whole lecturer goes to class, starts teaching students, maybe 100 students, to hate on a different race. Why is that the case? You heard what the lady said. She was taught by her father that all Black people have HIV. How true is that? Even you as a learned person out there, you know well that that is not true. But some people today, they're being brainwashed. Yeah, you're being told, negative things about Black people, and you believe them. That is why some people, they just don't like seeing someone Black in front of them, because they were told all the negative, they were fed all the negative information about Black people, and they ended up hating that race completely. Some of them, as employers, they mistreat their workers just because they were taught on how to hate Black people. And I'm not surprised by this audio. I'm just asking myself a lot of questions. Like, why would a whole lecturer, tell students such stuffs about Black people? Why would you do that? And I'm also asking myself, how hard is our hair that it can cut through someone's skin? How hard is it? You start telling your students to go and get married to Turkish women because Turkish women are beautiful than African women. Why? Just let someone decide on who to marry. Love is what that matters. When it comes to relationships, love is what that conquers everything. So why would you start teaching that? Instead of you teaching about love, you start teaching about hate. And you are a whole teacher, a teacher who should know better, a teacher who should sit down with your students and teach them about loving people of any race, of all races. We have so many beautiful women here in Africa. We have so many beautiful Black women, but all you people see out there, you see ugliness. There is nothing beautiful you see in us. Just why is that the case? And why is this kind of teachers, they should revoke their licenses. They shouldn't be in class teaching. They are teaching about hate instead of you teaching about love. You shouldn't be in class teaching. And to these Arab parents who are teaching their kids on how to hate other races, you need to be ashamed of yourself, because what you're doing is you're raising monsters. Yeah, you're raising kids to hate on other races for no reason. You're just feeding them false information about other races, and it's wrong. You need to be ashamed of yourself. I saw a kid. He was, I think, around the age of 10 years there. He was hitting his nanny. The nanny was Black. He was hitting the nanny until the nanny cried. And the nanny couldn't do anything. Why? Because she was in their country. She could not do anything, because if at all she decided to hit the kid back, we don't know what could have happened to her. Maybe the worst. And the parents can't even tell the boy that whatever he's doing is wrong. They cannot. Why? Because the nanny is Black. The boy would not do the same if the nanny was. He would not do the same. But just because the nanny was Black, the parents are okay watching while their kid is doing that to a human being. And you're okay with his actions. You're only grooming a monster in that kid. He will do the worst in future. he will do the worst, and he won't feel anything. This thing about all Africans having HIV, I've had it so many times, even from these people. I've had it, and it's so wrong that you people can just sit, create things in your head, just create false information, and you teach them to your kids. Your kids even fear socializing with us because of what you people tell them. You tell them lies and they believe. And it's sad that you people believe that all Black people are HIV positive at this age and era. At this age, we're in 2024. We're in the year 2024, and you people still believe that all Black people are HIV positive. Between us and you now, who is more informed than the other? Who is more informed? Because if you can believe that at this age and era, then you're very less informed. Yeah, you lack information. For a whole lecture, I'm very surprised that a whole lecturer can go in front of a class and start telling students not to interact with Black people. And that class is full of black students. Tell me, how did those, if this is how I'm feeling and this is just an audio that I listened to, then tell me how those Black students felt. It's so sad that majority of you out there hate on Black people for no reason. It's just sad. Anyway, guys, let me know in the comment section what your thoughts are about this particular audio here. Yeah, and we meet on the next episode. Remember to subscribe, like, and share as well.